And too often we walk, we live, we fear, we hide away, or we blame others in an attempt to lighten the load from our shoulders. Or we live scared that what if it hasn't really been paid for? What if it hasn't really all been taken from us? What if it hasn't all been kind of cleansed or washed? I wonder if you've ever had the experience before where kind of you can kind of smell the BO on yourself, maybe like for me, it's like I've just played touch footy or something like that, and then you've got to go somewhere, a nice dinner, or you just don't want to smell like a foot, and you hop in the shower and you kind of scrub yourself as clean as you can, and then you hop out and you go, and then you have in the back of your mind, do I still smell? And so you kind of spend the rest of the night at dinner kind of with your arms pressed close to your side, and you kind of say, can you pass the salt? You sit in church and you, not raising my hands. And we live worrying, have we really been cleansed? Have we really been washed clean? What if it still lingers? Trust the word of God more than you do your own heart and mind. I think Martin Lloyd-Jones is right when he says, too much of our grief comes from listening to ourselves too much and speaking to ourselves too little. That it has already been paid for, that God does not require a double payment for sin. If God was to require a double payment for sin, then he would not be just. And so you will need to, in those moments, preach to yourself, because no one speaks to you more than you do. And so you will need to preach to yourself. You will need to speak to yourself. So I have this little rhyme, this little limerick that I kind of try to tell myself in those moments. It goes like this. I have no other argument. I have no other plea. It is enough that Christ died and that he died for me. Because I know in those moments, if I can just do better, if I just pull my socks up, if I just kind of work harder, if I just preach a better sermon, if I just do these things, then that will kind of guarantee, be an assurance. Maybe that might lighten the load. And I just, no. I have no other argument. I have no other plea. It is enough that Christ died and that he died for me. That heaven is not for good people. It is not for people who have pulled their socks up. It's not even for people who have a great quiet time and devotion time every morning. Heaven is for forgiven people.